Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jake here, and I just want to make this really quick video of how to disassemble an AR-15 and a Glock. So right here we got this one pin, and this is post commentary, just to let you know. So there's a pin right on the side of the grip area. I don't really know how to specify it, but if you pop it through on the left side, you can pull it out on the right side. You can open it up just like that. So as you can see, it's just, yeah. There's another pin over on the other side, basically around the same area. And if you push that out, and then you just gotta push it, pop it, and eventually everything will come off. Now you got your lower, which it has the trigger group, the trigger, the magwell, and the buffer tube, which is for recoil management, which is right there that I'm pointing at. And that's where it holds the spring and all that type of stuff for it. So that's really all you need to do for that back part. Of course, you can take out the buffer spring and stuff, but you don't really need that, or I mean, unless you want to oil it. So now we're going to take out the bolts and all that good stuff that's essential for firing, which is what you mostly need to clean, in my opinion anyway. Depends on how much maintenance you want to do. So first you want to grab that charging handle, and you just, pull it out just like you normally rack it, and the bolt will come right out just like that. Of course, you need the charging handle out too. You can go ahead and clean that, oil that, whatever you want. I don't go through oiling or cleaning, I just go through the disassembly part, because that's what is the most essential, in my opinion anyway. So here we have all that good stuff, and right there's this one pin, and you have to pull that pin out, and I accidentally dropped the firing pin. There's the pin right there, and the firing pin is coming up right in a second. There it is. It'll go right in this little hole right in the back of there. As you can see, it would go in and it would fall out right there. So let's just set all this stuff down just to keep track of it. And next, you got this other type of pin that holds in the whole firing pin assembly, or the bolt lug. I forgot what the specific name for it is. Once you get that out, it's relatively easy to get out. It's just like on a little slide rail, and you can pull that out. And that's really, I mean, everything's out. That's all the pieces that are to it. And then you can go ahead and take a look at it. You can go ahead and look down that way, look down this way. It's pretty, I was astonished how easy it was to take everything apart personally. And if you notice that one side of this you can't put it through, but another side you can. See how it went through there? It goes through, but it won't go through there. It's kind of tapered to one end. One end won't let the pin go in, just so you get it perfect. So reassembly is relatively easy. You just make sure one of the holes are right side up, or I don't know how to say that. And then you just twist it so it's lined up with the other hole for the whole bolt. And you take the pin, and it may take a little wiggling in. You might have to twist it in case you got the wrong hole or something. I think I got the wrong one. I'm not sure. I got the wrong one this time, but I think the second time, yeah, so I had it right the original way. I was just being stupid and didn't get it. There, and now it goes in. And now as you can see, it slides along there, which you can push it in and out, in and out. And there's a certain way that you're going to need to put it back in. You're going to have to put it back when it's in, I believe. So firing pin goes right back where you came from, right in that little hole in the back of the bolt lug. And then you got to make sure that that little pin is twisted correctly for it to go in. But for me, I had it right the first time. And you just put that pin right back in there, but it might not work because you have to have that pushed all the way out, I believe. You might have to have you might have to have the firing pin all the way back in. And then it'll just go right back in. And there you go. It's done. And then reassembly, it's a little more difficult for the bolt assembly, because it kind of confused me the first time. But make sure that you got your AR upside down and everything. And if you see what I do with the charging handle, is you might not be able to see it, but when you slide it in, you slide it in halfway and then start pushing down, and eventually it'll click into place, and then you pull it all the way back towards you, but it won't come out because it's clicked in. Then with the bolt assembly, you'll put it so that one high rising part is on it. You make sure that's out, and you put it right on there, and it slides right back in. And it's important that you have that the bolt lug, which is the very, very front part, which is that weird bolt looking thing, is it's pushed outwards, or else it won't go back in. And then for the AR, putting the lower back on, you just line up the pin, and you just put your thumb on it, push it down, and you kind of have to move it around. It'll snap right into place. With that part, just push that in, and there you go. That's how you put together that AR. And as you can see, everything is working perfectly fine. So hooray! So now we are going to move on to the Glock 17. Here's the Glock 17. Glock 17, it's a, or at least the one that we have, is a 9mm. It's a simple gun to take apart, actually. So you're going to start off by, of course, clearing the chamber, making sure there's nothing in there. I already have the magazine taken out, so I don't have to worry about that, as you can see. So then what you want to do, oh yeah, also, as you can see, the trigger's kind of in that forward position. If you pull the trigger, then if you look at it again, you'll see it's a little farther back. So for disassembly, you're going to pull it back, you're going to have your hand in that kind of shape, and you're going to pull it back just a little bit, like a centimeter or something. And then with that pin or the little slide right there and right there on the left and right side, you're going to hold it with your right hand, you're going to pull it back a little bit. With your left hand, you're going to push both of those down. And then you're going to let go with your right hand, and it'll slide right off. As you can see, it slides right off. And then that's the trigger group, and then, I mean, you could take apart that more, but there's really, you can access all the oil needing parts right there. And that right there is probably about 1% of the weight, and all the weight is in the slide. Like, there's no weight in the grip, because it's made of a polymer, I think. So with the spring here, that manages the recoil, or I'm not sure, but you just push it forward, and it snaps right out like that, and the bolt, it literally will fall right back out into your hand. And then go ahead and oil it up, do what you need, look down the barrel, see the rifling, see the firing pin in the very back. That's really all it's to a Glock, which I was surprised. I thought there was going to be more small pieces and stuff, but I was wrong. That's it. So then you just put it right back in, and then with the spring, it's a little more difficult. As you can see, one end is kind of tapered, one end's flat, that one's a tapered end. And you put that in the hole right there in the front, put it in there, and then with your thumb, you kind of push that in, and it'll snap right back into place. The spring has a high tension, so you might have to push a little harder, but once it's in, it's in. And then, same thing, same way you got it back out. You see that little metal type bar thing? You slide that right on that, the guide rail, and pull it back, make sure everything's on there, and then it's really all there is to a Glock. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you learned something or enjoyed watching me disassemble a Glock. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.